I'm going to be as honest as I possibly can here in asking these questions and in voicing my concerns. Mr. Asaki, your son, I want to congratulate you. You and I, we don't know each other. And that's unfortunate, having been in this city for this long and we haven't really talked. And I want to congratulate you, and I want to give you my thanks for investing in this city and the faith that you've put in this city. And likewise with this endeavor, the fact that you're here tonight wanting to further invest in the city, which, as I understand it, to be a cutting-edge type of establishment. The word crave still kind of bothers me, but for many reasons that I hope that I can get over. But the mayor started off this discussion talking about, you know what I'm talking about when you talk about this theme of the month and so forth. We've been following this project for several months since we first learned that you were considering this concept in Birmingham. Since that time, we've been following the internet sites. We've been following what others have said on the internet sites. For instance, there is an internet site that talks about post your strut your stuff pictures, which was referenced to me from your Dearborn store. That sort of thing. Now, we all know that since time immemorial, that a part of our eating experience has been the sensual aspect, the romantic night out, what have you. And that's true for Birmingham. But in reviewing your internet site over the last several months, there has certainly been a focus on the sensual aspect of the eating experience. As you indicated, the dinner to the dance above. Well, that isn't European. That goes back thousands of years. I'm sure people in the caves did likewise. And to their credit, because it is a neat thing. But as I've watched some of these internet sites and your advertising on your internet, the sensual, at least not only for me, but for those who have referenced me and talked to me and people I have asked to look at this site and so forth, the sensual becomes sexual. It's sort of the focus is on the sexual aspect of eating. And I think this bothers me. And it bothers people that have addressed it to me. It's bothered people that I've referenced your site to who have called me. And I think this is a concern. Notwithstanding the reputation of the family that's going to be involved here, because I believe what they say here tonight. But that is a concern. When I first got on the commission, this city was hurting. I'll go back to Norm LeCage, and many were sitting here. And we took a tremendous risk in transforming not only the commercial aspect of the city, but the residential, updating our housing stock, reinventing our downtown. There's been much good that has come of this. In terms of our residential, people's property values have increased. People that have retired have been able to sell their properties for far more than they could ever have dreamed. Neighborhoods look better. Our commercial aspects look better. And because our commercial looks better, our home values have likewise increased even more. They said when the Willits building went up that home values went up correspondingly. But there has also been a cost. We've gone from a very local type of demographic city to a regional destination, for better and for worse, in some respects. Let me be more specific. You say, Jim, that you know of our goals and you know of our traditions in this city. One is that we are a city with a lot of town-like features and character that we wish to preserve as best we can because we think that's who we are and it works for us. In terms of our residential, we are town but in many ways we're actually village-like in terms of the way in which we communicate with each other, in terms of our civic clubs, and likewise. We are a downtown surrounded by residential, and thus our sensitivity. Blue Martini, we learn. But this commission and previous commissions have not been opposed to, obviously, entertainment and dance permits. Several restaurants, as mentioned by Mr. Harrison, have them and have utilized them, have done a good job, and have enhanced the entertainment value to our city. But there is a concern here. There is a concern here. Now, you tell us tonight that your marking is going to be different. This isn't going to be the same. How do we know that? For sure. Now, I understand that there's an agreement sitting behind me. None of us have seen this agreement. And I would hope, at least from this person's perspective, I don't know how I could go ahead and approve a kind of dance permit or lounge permit or bar permit without knowing what's in that agreement. But I'm addressing tonight publicly, I think, the concerns of this commission, at least this commissioner and the residents who have addressed this commissioner. And I think they're real. I, too, am a lifelong resident of this city. I have been involved in the most major transformation of this city, probably in its history. I support development. I support business. There's no doubt about it. But I'm not going to support development. I'm not going to support business that's going to affect the health, safety, and welfare of this city. It's going to change dramatically the town-like character of this city or the village-like character of our residential areas. It's simply not going to happen from this commissioner.